With your own eyes, you will see him. Just in case you ever think your prayers are not heard, think about what we're saying. Even if there's no priest of God standing in front of you, even though Yeshua is in the temple in heaven, even though the angels are like a backup system to go out and record the prayers of mankind, the deeds of mankind, the deeds of unclean spirits, and the deeds of the rebellious angels, the good angels are sent out to record all these things. The creation itself, just in case the angels ever fail, and we clearly see some of them can fail if they want to, the creation itself is recording everything.
Do not hide your face from me in the day of my distress. Incline your ear to me. Answer me speedily in the day when I call. Do not hide your face from me. Do you see me? Do you see me?
That the Spirit of the Lord fills the world, and that which contains all things has knowledge of the voice. Therefore, he that speaks unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance when it punishes pass by him. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. The same Almighty who spoke as his spirit hovered over the waters of the deep when nothing was formed on the earth. The soil of the earth was unformed, no mountains, trees, rivers, topography, just a bunch of dirt sitting in a big container of water. Day 2, he created a firmament to separate the waters above from below. The waters below that firmament, now inside this enclosure, at this bottom of this other big enclosure of firmaments, that water receded and the dry land appeared. But all that was initiated by his voice. The Spirit of the Lord fills the world, and that which contains all things has knowledge of the voice. And then, of course, it goes on to explain that, that those who speak unrighteous things, they're not going to escape punishment. The sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. Basically, the Creator, when he's judging you through his Son, they can present the evidence as the playback. They can present the audio if they want. Is it any wonder that Yeshua says the rocks could cry out? Chapter 1, 10 through 12 of the same wisdom of Solomon. For the ear of jealousy hears all things, and the noise of murmurings is not hidden. Therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting. For there is no word so secret that shall go for nothing, and the mouth that lies slays the soul. Seek not death in the error of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands. It's very, very interesting. Similarly, in Luke 8:17, the Messiah says, for there's nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, nothing concealed that will not be made known and brought to light. If everything was made from the light, the water, the soil, the vibration, everything can be, and it's all somehow communicating with the Spirit of God that's permeating all of it and animating all of it. He can pull up anything. In fact, it would make more sense even in Deuteronomy when Moses says, I call heaven and earth as a witness against you today if you enter this covenant. These, before any other person, even before the people in the crowd or Aaron or Moses or anyone listening to them, he says, if you're entering this covenant, I call heaven and earth as a witness against you, because they're recording your declaration also. Ecclesiastes 12:14, God will bring every deed into judgment along with every hidden thing, whether good or evil. Imagine as if we're living inside of it's just a huge recorder. It records all impressions of all things happening at all times. And the Father can literally just pull it, access that data at lightning quantum speeds. And regardless of the amount of computations needed for all the humans and all their actions and all the angels and all their actions throughout all of history, it doesn't matter. the big house he built that's not shaped like a cube, that's the New Jerusalem. But the big house he built to the firmament model, it's just nothing but a massive processing computer. Isaiah chapter 30, right? So if we're talking about the Spirit of God, that how it can actually, not an angel, because those are called spirits, spiritual beings, but the actual Spirit of God that permeates through all things, that Yeshua has the authority over to now send you, as he would refer to as the Comforter, to send you, to teach you all things, to lead you into a better understanding of God and help you in your discipleship. The same Spirit that hovered over the waters, the same one that became the breath that went into Adam in Genesis 2:7. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 19, speaking about the coming of the kingdom, it says, O people in Zion who dwell in Jerusalem, you will weep no more. He will surely be gracious when you cry for help, and when he hears, he will answer you. The Lord will give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, but your teacher will no longer hide himself. With your own eyes, you will see him. Just in case you ever think your prayers are not heard, think about what we're saying. Even if there's no priest of God standing in front of you, even though Yeshua is in the temple in heaven, even though the angels are like a backup system to go out and record the prayers of mankind, the deeds of mankind, the deeds of unclean spirits, and the deeds of the rebellious angels, the good angels are sent out to record all these things. The creation itself, just in case the angels ever fail, and we clearly see some of them can fail if they want to, the creation itself is recording everything. Even if the recorders, the angels, decide they want to try to hide their deeds and not be seen, the creator is like, that's not how I made things, bro. You're not going to get away with anything. So the rebellious angels thinking, oh, we were supposed to come down and hear about kind. Maybe no one will see us. No one will hear us when we go and do wickedness. And the creator is like, yeah, that's not how I made things. I'm everything, all words and actions, I can access them. So it goes on to say in Isaiah 30, 19 through 22, and whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear this command behind you. This is the way, walk in it. What did they call first century believers of Yeshua? Followers of the way. This is the way, walk in it. Who's going to be revealed and no longer hidden? The teacher. That's Yeshua. This is the coming of the kingdom. And you're going to hear, whether you turn to the right or the left, your ears will hear this command behind you. This is the way, walk in it. So you will desecrate your silver-plated idols and your gold-plated images. You will throw them away like menstrual cloths, saying to them, be gone. This is, of course, is Isaiah explaining when this time comes. Obviously, you're going to get that wonderful new promised immortal body at the resurrection. You're going to have the fullness, not just the deposit of the Spirit, not just that earnest, not just that guarantee. You have the fullness of the Spirit in your new glorified body, fully accessible to the Spirit of God, just like Yeshua exemplifies. The same one that permeates through all of creation. No matter where the Father and the Son are, I'm going to be bold enough to say that you'll be able to physically feel them and hear them.
Do you know my name?
Thus says the Lord who created you, and he who formed you. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine.